All right, so let's do this. Riggs, our social media guy, Danny, has a number 1 through 5 behind his back. What number is it?
3.
3. It is not 3. Carl.
The number is 1.
2.
Okay.
I will take the 5th spot.
Ooh, okay. Chief is going to take number 5. White Sox Dave, 1 through 4.
1.
4. I guess I'll just take number 1. Fuck it. Riggs, 1 through 3.
1.
1. All right, what do you want, Riggs? 2 through 4.
I'm gonna go 3.
All right, Riggs is going 3. Carl, 1 or 2?
1.
All right, you want 2 or 4?
I'll take. Do I want to pick in front or behind of Riggs? I want to pick behind Riggs.
Fuck.
All right.
This is going to be a bloodbath.
All right, sweet. Let's do it. All right, Bang Bang. Today is Monday. It's April 5th. Welcome to the Dog Walk presented by Barstool Sports. Special guest on Zoom today. We got Riggs. Riggs, how we doing?
Doing great, fellas. Thank you for having me. Huge fan of the show, and I've been grinding on this all morning.
I love it.
You got your big board all stacked up, ready to go?
My board is ready. I cross-referenced it with Jake Bass, our guy, and was like, what do you think? So I'm on it. I'm ready.
So I feel like he's going to have a way different, like you're such a serious golfer that I feel like it's going to be like, oh, accurately keeping your score. Like that's going to be like one of your best things.
I think you're going to be surprised. Also, I wanted to be liked and popular in my choices, so I tried to this is calculated.
Okay.
Okay, I like that. So the topic is just golf shit. Mm-hmm. We decided to take the top off. We're not doing fucking categories. We're just going to go straight up.
Like go nuts, whatever you want.
So it's going to be
Which
interesting.
I like because I don't want to sit here and go Tiger Woods, Jack Nicklaus. No, I mean, some of those,
you might take
they might get drafted.
Yeah, thanks for giving away picks.
The whole fit, everything's in play.
Exactly.
Everything is in play.
But before
I love.
Yeah, it was, I don't know, it just felt like the right way to do it.
Yep.
And it's Masters Week, so that's why we're doing the topic. So Riggs, thanks for doing it. Before we really hop into it, though, Carl, congratulations on winning the, what draft did you win? I'm blanking out.
MLB Stadiums.
Congratulations.
And that was in the 4th spot. That's a tough place to be. I'm in the 4th spot today. I thought that was a good draft. I like talking about the stadiums. It made me want to get out and go see stadiums. Hopefully when we're done with this podcast, it makes me want to get out and go play some golf. It's that time of the year. It's fucking gorgeous.
It would have been a great golf morning today.
I did the simulator last night.
You did?
I did.
Just pound it a little bit?
Yeah, we were there for 4 hours. I think we completed 3 holes. So
okay.
It was Pebble Beach. It was nice, but there were some cocktails.
Usually when you hear
Pebble's
simulator,
beautiful. Pebble's beautiful.
Yeah.
We do you ever take when you do the simulator at a beautiful course? Do you ever take a group photo like on the 7th hole?
No, but I do love that idea. We definitely should have done that.
I highly recommend
so douchey
it.
that you got to do it.
Yeah.
I got to say something, though. I saw your Instagram story, Chief, and your swing absolutely fucking stinks.
It's honestly and this was the first time I did it where we had the actual camera showing it. So you can have like the replay of it. And I was like, oh my God, like my swing is atrocious. Like it's
ugly.
And it used to be
ugly.
nice. But now like I can't even deny it. It's like the world's ugliest swing.
It's tough on the internet too because everyone on the internet is a scratch or better. So
Yeah.
it's a tough spot to post. Yeah, really tough spot.
Yeah. Well, it's like I was having DMs being like, wow, a lot of knee action there. It's like, well, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So
You'll get to. They'll just tell you how to have a perfect swing and just expect that like next time that's just what you're gonna do.
Yeah, then I qualify for the U.S. Open and I'm good to go.
That's right. Yeah, so you'll be in good shape now. Just listen to whatever they say on Instagram.
The whole internet, yeah.
Riggs, how do you feel coming into this one? I mean, you're the professional here. You're the guy. Is there more? Like, is it heightened pressure?
Yeah. That's why. Yeah, and it's like your guys' thing. So I'm the guest, and I really wanted to deliver, which is, I don't know. I'm a little nervous, to be honest with you.
To use a golf term, if we would have broken it down into subcategories like tournament, player, trophy, whatever, it would have just been nothing but scratch. And I feel like this has the chance
Chalk?
to just...
You mean chalk?
Scratch. Chalk, same thing.
Okay. Is it? I've never heard scratch used that way.
It's the
I don't
same
know.
exact thing.
Is scratch said that way?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Yeah, chalk. Scratch.
I fucking love White Sox games.
Anyways.
You're amazing.
I'm just gonna I'm gonna pop a dock all of you guys and the audience right now by saying that I'm just going for like just the craziest shit ever.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to be good. I've golfed 4 times in my life and 3 were last summer, so I'm very much in the same boat.
But I don't think you have to be good. I think this that relates to our audience because I think a percentage of our audience doesn't fucking give a shit, and we're going to give them a good show anyways.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
It's going to be hilarious. I love this
Let's
stuff.
get to it.
For sure. Actually, before we get to it, though, I do want to talk about Chevy Drive Chicago, boys.
Ooh.
ChevyDriveChicago.com. You could win a Patrick Kane jersey if you go on there.
Goddamn. Signed?
Signed Patrick Kane jersey, Riggs. I know you're a Blues guy, but that's still a nice prize.
He's also an American.
Dude, one of my biggest regrets in the world is that you guys have Patrick Kane because he is maybe my favorite player to watch in all of hockey, and he's on my least favorite team. So it's a real catch-22. It's not, but if you're getting a jersey, Chevy, it's a great thing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The Olympics are coming up. Then you can get on board.
Right.
Yeah.
Then we're all on the same team. It's great.
Yep.
There we go. So all you need to do is go to ChevyDrivesChicago.com to enter to win. It's time. It's been time. You've been talking about getting a new car for a while. Your local Chevy dealer has a hat trick you can get that can get your attention. Excuse me, I can't read. If you're in need of a new vehicle but don't want to visit a dealership, check out Chevy's Chop, Click, and Drive. Shop 24/7. Take delivery at home. It's simple. It's seamless. It's smart. Go do it. Drive what Kane and Taze drive. Go to ChevyDrivesChicago.com. All right, so you guys heard the order because we're adding that in all the time. So it's myself, White Sox, Dave, Riggs, Carl, Chief. I'll lead us off here. So I think I know what the chalk play is here, or the scratch play, according to Dave.
My brain's not functioning. I'm just going to get that out
You
there.
tried to gaslight the entire rest of the podcast. Be like, no, that is how it's said.
I fucked that up. We'll just
All right. Moving on.
moving on.
Sweet. So I know what the chalk play is, like I said. But if I don't have this person, I don't think I can go forward. So I'm just going to take it off the board. I got to go with John fucking Daly.
I mean, that's that actually I thought would be your first round pick.
Had to
Coming
go
into
with
this.
You know what? I didn't think that was the scratch play / chalk play, but I love that you picked him first overall. I loved it.
Riggs, do you want to tell the story about John Daly's first major championship going down a crooked stick or something? What's that story? Is it great?
So John Daly, look, first of all, I think John Daly was a lock as a first rounder. John Daly emerged on the scene as I think he was the 7th or 8th alternate. Didn't even play a practice round, rolls out to crooked stick and wins the fucking tournament, coming down with his mullet and he's fist pumping. And that hole, the last hole too at crooked stick, was like there's water all down the right, trouble everywhere, and he was just nails. And what I love about John Daly is that every single one of us thinks when you hit like one good shot that, oh, I can do what these guys do. And when you get to watch somebody like John Daly actually do it, it gives everybody hope. So he is a first rounder. No brainer.
Isn't that the old story too, or the parable or something, whatever you want to call it, that if John Daly had been born to Earl Woods, that he would have won like 60 majors, like that he's that just naturally talented?
Yeah, his talent level, and like obviously everybody loves JD hitting the long ball, but his touch is insane. Like always a phenomenal putter, always a phenomenal chipper of the ball. So yeah, if that guy didn't love the things that like we all love him for loving, he could be a Tiger or a Jack, which is nice to see. That guy also won at fucking the old course at St. Andrews, where like that whole place is based on not liking people like John Daly, and here comes John Daly. So he's the best.
I heard a story about John Daly, and I don't know if it's true or just old wives' tale, but he's a really, really good guitarist, right?
Oh yeah,
and
he's knocking on heaven's door. That's his big move.
Right. So he was playing guitar at a fucking cancer benefit, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna play some knocking on heaven's door," and everyone's like, "Oh, dude, like
read the room
a little bit," but he could just like tear apart knocking on heaven's door.
Yikes.
He's got one song in his arsenal, is what it sounds like. Yeah.
Have you guys had him on the
right.
pod, Riggs?
We had him and Fuzzy Zeller on the pod at the same time, and amazingly, we filmed it. We were at like this Champions Tour event down in Houston, and the like media team got us all set up, and the only place we could do it was in the gym at this clubhouse. So John Daly was sitting in a gym doing an interview, ripping heaters the entire interview, and it was his John Daly.
This is the only time he's ever been in the gym.
That's it,
This is
man.
your
That's what
interview.
he said.
Yeah.
He was just ripping heaters. They were like,
Yeah.
"That's illegal," but no one's going to say it.
Yeah.
The heaters, the flashy clothes, like certainly there are more accomplished golfers, but when it comes to someone who has done so much, just being like, that guy's fucking cool, John fucking Daly.
I like a guy who smokes in competition too. Mark
Yeah.
Grace is somebody that I've always liked, just because he'd be like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna go in the clubhouse and rip
Just-
a couple
I
before
need-
this AB."
Little Tony
need a
And
Kukoc.
like he's the type like
nicotine
Daly be
hit.
walking down, like the 16th fairway or something, chain smoking. I don't know. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's also a guy that like didn't have like I know he has a couple major, right? 2 majors.
He's got 2 majors.
Yeah, but he's the first overall pick, and like no one's questioning that. Like,
And that's,
so,
that says to him, like, there's
Right.
certain guys like that, like him, like Rodman, all across sports where they're just enigmas.
Yeah.
And you just love them.
like
Yeah, he's
Rod.
been married like a handful of times. He's just like, he's the man.
The mullet.
If you don't like
The
John
bleached
Daly,
hair
you're not
mullet.
going to like golf at all.
Correct. All right, so John Daly's off the board. I'm happy with that first overall. White Sox, Dave, you're up.
So I have no idea if this is going to be a good pick or should be taken in the 5th round or not, but I
Is it
think it's
scratch?
one of the, and it's not a trophy obviously, but the green jacket. I think it's the coolest like prize in sports. One of them. It's so different than anything else. It's so unique. And when the previous champion puts the jacket on the current
It's a great
champion,
ceremony.
it's an awesome ceremony. Like that's, and obviously I'm a complete fucking amateur when it comes to anything golf related, like following it as a sport or playing it myself. And it's just it's everybody has to tune in for the green jacket ceremony. Everybody does.
Did they get
I
to
love
keep
it. I love it. First, I want to get feedback though because he gives a pick. I think it's a chalk first round. Great
Yeah.
pick.
Great pick.
Yeah,
They don't get to keep it, right?
Oh yeah, you do.
You do?
You can only
Yeah.
wear it
To-
there though.
You can wear it like on. You have to give it back because you,
You
can
get it
wear
for
it on
a
like
year.
Letterman
You get it for a
Leno
year,
or
and then when you
whatever
go
the label.
back, you have to put it and they like keep it for you. Am I wrong?
That's right. That's right. I believe it's a year. Like Phil Mickelson, when he won last time, he was at like Krispy Kreme donuts wearing it in the drive-through. I remember like Sergio was at Wimbledon rocking it. So I think you get 1 year, you bring it back, and then you obviously wear it when you're on property. But yeah, the beauty of the green jacket is that there's all. I'm trying to think of any sport or prize that is something similar. Like
There
in
is
any other
nothing.
sport, you win
Yeah.
a trophy, you win a cup.
Right.
Like who the fuck wins a green jacket? And the fact that we just accept it and consider it the coolest thing in the world is yeah, the green jacket plays. That's a
What?
good call.
So like, let's say you won it in 1985, and you're still like on that. You come back like you might be a fat guy now. Is it? Do they give you a new jacket? Does
Bust
anyone?
some seams out, I bet.
Well, that's what I'm
you can
asking.
get
Do
it
you,
remade.
can you get it? Can you get it remade? Yeah.
That's
Or
a
you
good
do-
question. I think they tailor it. I think they tailor it. But
it would
I
be
don't
funny
know.
if you had to squeeze into your jacket from like if Ben Crenshaw when
You
he
mean
was
like,
like
yeah, looks like it just
140
doesn't
pounds
fit
or something.
Jack or
Yeah,
something?
yeah. You just have to.
Or
What's up
like,
with
do you have to reach out? Do you have to reach out before and be like, "Hey guys, I'm fat now." So like when I get there in a couple weeks, just I want you to be ready for that.
These are my new measurements, by the way.
yeah, that's right.
I like that you have say in how many buttons you get on your jacket. Some guys have 2 buttons, some guys have 3 buttons.
Did not know that.
I didn't know that either.
Nice little. Nice
And the only
little
reason
fun
I know
fact.
that is because last year in Butler Cabin, I think one guy had 2 buttons, another guy had 3 buttons, and I like wrote a blog about it.
I think I'd be a 2-button guy.
Yeah, I think so for sure.
Yeah, I'd go too.
Yeah.
I think I'd go too.
Nice gold. And
I
those are
would
nice
go,
gold.
I would look
buttons.
around at what the other guys are doing with the green jackets on and just do what they're doing.
Good point. Very good point.
All right, Riggsy.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything like. Is there anything like that?
No, that's it. That's why I love it so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
True.
think so.
All right, Riggs, you're up.
All right, this is a tough. There's a lot of picks that I actually think are ahead of this, but strategically, I think some of mine are not going to get taken in the first round. So I'm going to go Tiger Woods doing anything good, and the reason I put the caveat on it is because it's extremely shitty and sad when Tiger Woods is in the media for doing something negative, whether it's a car accident, whether he plays bad golf. It like ruins my entire mood. So the caveat, obviously, I was going to go with Tiger Woods. It's almost no way that you couldn't. Tiger Woods is the reason that I play golf. Tiger Woods is the reason that I get excited whenever I do something. I try to fist bump. I try to walk putts in, and I think that I'm not alone. I think literally guys like Justin Thomas play fucking golf because Tiger Woods exists. He made golf cool. He's different. He's the best, and he's the most important sports figure in the history of my life. So I had to go Tiger Woods, but I am putting the caveat that doing something good or positive happening to Tiger Woods, playing well, making a putt, whatever you want to call it, because when something negative is happening surrounding Tiger Woods, it ruins my entire month.
Well, you should just have Tiger Woods in parentheses, positive vibes only. Like, and that's how we should do that.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Put it on the board, Tiger Woods.
Smart move by you because Ken Jack would have fucked you on the graphic.
Oh yeah, Ken Jack would have just used the SUV.
The picture of the car,
the mugshot.
Yeah, the mugshot or a bad hair picture. Like,
There's no
there's a
need to
few
do
negative
that.
moments that we don't
even talk about
So,
them.
yeah,
I wouldn't. Hey, out of respect, because he's going through a hard time, I was not even going to bring those things up. So I had kind of a shitty.
well,
move.
I said it was a smart move by Riggs because Ken Jack would have done that.
You got leave Ken Jack alone. Does a great job on those graphics.
Yeah,
does.
I bet you think that. I drafted Safeco Field, and he doesn't have one picture with any grass. It was just a pink light.
Because it's T-Mobile Stadium.
So what? Give me some. Show it that it's actually a stadium. Fucking, I hate Ken Jack right now. He fucks me every week.
I think
You're
it's-
going to get graphics hard after that.
No
I mean,
kidding.
That's
No
you
kidding.
should. So
Yeah,
unfair.
you
Always
probably-
happen.
He's like the.
He's a good Polish guy.
Look at, I love Ken Jack.
I
Ken Jack
think it's-
knows I love him, but he's
You're a deflection.
It's so
guy.
funny that he's sitting there making the graphic each week, just laughing with himself at who he's gonna fuck over.
yeah.
It's just a funny visual in my head. It's probably not funny to anybody listening, but like,
Dude,
picturing him doing that,
I
it's
took
just funny
Bailey's
to me.
Irish Cream and he sent me a picture of Bailey, the social guy, and I'm like, dude, no. I'm sorry, but I'm not. Like, it was funny though.
Oh, so it's,
Yeah, you know
like,
he's
I don't get
laughing
that
about
choice.
that.
Yeah,
Off of
Ed's
too,
got a
isn't it?
buffer. That's what happens when you sit in the throne.
That's yep.
I don't get that choice. That's ridiculous. You shouldn't have said that. You should have kept that to yourself.
Wait, do you sit in a throne or on a throne? You sit on a throne.
On a throne.
On. You're on it. You're like
Yeah.
at the top. You're kind of at the peak of the
But
mountain.
I'm in a chair though right now.
Correct.
That's actually a
But
good
that
point.
ain't a throne, brother. You're in a
Just
chair.
want to
Yeah.
clarify. I
Chair.
think I made a mistake there. I apologize.
Okay.
Well, it's your pick.
Yeah, you're up.
Wow. That just blew my fucking mind.
All right, I'm gonna go a little bit outside the box here. I think I'm gonna go. This is more related to playing. I'm glad she's still around. I'm gonna take the cart girl. I love a beverage cart
That's a
girl.
great fucking pick.
A cart girl is like one of the most unique recreational things. We need cart girls. Like there should be like the village of Schaumburg is gonna test out having 40 cart girls just driving around all over the place. Like we need a little test subject to see if we could roll this out citywide Chicago. I would love greater access to cart girls. Everything
Yeah,
about
I
it.
would probably say the cart girl arriving or coming into
it's
vision
great.
when you really need a drink is probably the single best feeling related to golf. So I thought I was maybe going to get away with a later round pick there, and I'm pretty rattled that you took it because that is a no brainer.
And I like a thank you. And I like a cart. She doesn't have to be hot. I kind of like an older cart girl. You know, like maybe in like her 40s or 50s. Like I don't say it's like cart girl like get out and bounce around. Like I like a cart girl knows the fucking job. She knows a relationship. You're gonna give her a little bit more cash up front. Hey, we're probably gonna be on 7 in a couple. Like 20 minutes. Stop by again.
And there's something about the first time you see him.
Yeah,
it's like,
I
there
was
she
just
is.
about to say it, Ed. Just about to say
Waving.
that.
Are you guys
Yep.
good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, come on down, honey.
But it's one of those things like you're trapped in the wild and you're getting rescued. Like you need a
Yeah.
beer to live. You're on the 7th, 8th hole, something like that. Like, you need one, and she might as well be the Coast Guard. Like you're out at sea and she's rescuing you.
Yeah.
And she's
Yeah,
if they're out
she is
there
like-
early.
she's essentially an angel, like sent from heaven. Like you're doing this fucking miserable thing that you suck at, and you need help, and she just comes with drinks. It's incredible.
It's like an
It is.
elixir of life.
It is. All right, Chief, you're up.
All right, I want in the graphic it just says in quotations the boys. Like you're just out with the boys. So like it's with your guys. You're with the boys. You're out for a day. Your phones are kind of largely off. 4 hours, no distractions, and you're just having a good time. So I want the boys on the graphic.
I think that pick kind of stinks.
Why? You don't understand it, Dave. You're not one of the boys.
I'm not one of the boys.
You're not one of the boys, clearly.
I'm one of the boys, but
Well, do it for the boys then.
like I that's. I mean,
The only thing
I
that
think
hurts
that's
is
just
there's a
an-
lot of things to do with the boys. And
Yeah.
No, golf is different with the boys, and there's a big difference between corporate schmooze ass kiss golf,
For
which
sure.
sucks, and doing it with the boys.
Definitely. I don't think it's a bad pick, but
I think
I'm just trying to.
you're trying to shit on the picks.
Well,
There's a way I think you could categorize it. Like,
Yeah,
I
you
don't know
could've-
what it
yeah.
is.
Yeah,
like you
that's
could have said it
well
better
said. Yes.
than just the boys.
No, I want the boys on the grass.
Do you like? I've heard this in Riggs. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Golf is an acronym for gentlemen only, ladies forbidden. I've heard that before.
Yeah, I don't know if we can say that anymore, but it's. I think.
Yeah, I think
I've heard that.
Yeah, you might have seen that written
Okay, what's
down
next?
on
I
like,
mean, I
Just
think
saying
that-
I was like, is that it?
I don't know if that's true or not, but I have heard that was like why golf is called golf.
Yeah,
And
I've heard that
obviously,
before.
like Augusta,
I
they
really
didn't
doubt. I really doubt that it's true, but I've heard that many times. I think the boys is it was gonna get picked to some degree. I don't know that it's necessarily first rounder. You did it a little vague because there's. I guess golf isn't the same without the boys. That's
What are you
a fair
doing? You're
point.
out there by yourself. It sucks.
I don't
Yeah,
think
it's not the same.
I've
Like,
never
the whole
done it,
point,
but I don't
doesn't
think I'd
really
mind
matter
golfing
how you
alone.
play. It matters that like you're having a good time with the fellas. So
The boys.
yeah, it's a good pick. I'm talking myself into it being a good pick.
It's a great pick. I'll
up
go for my. What? What is the problem?
I'm only laughing because Ed's laughing.
Well, I'm up again, so I'm on the
you're
clock. I'm trying to decide what I want to do here. I will go with. I'm taking the Ryder Cup. It's the only time where it's like a tournament where you're like emotionally invested in a team in golf, and it's like your country versus the rest of the world, and like there's a lot of camaraderie. Like I remember that one. I think it was 1999. Where I was like a little kid, but they had like the USA had the big comeback. Like that's like one of my favorite golf memories ever is watching that USA comeback. Obviously, we had the disaster here in Illinois a few years ago, but I think the Ryder Cup is like in terms of getting the juices flowing, is probably my overall favorite.
That's a great pick. I like the Ryder Cup.
Yeah,
It should be on the graphic.
Anything
Yeah,
that
yeah.
can give me
Yeah.
American pride and
Yeah.
just tell the Redcoats and Europeans to shove it, like I'm all for it. So
Yeah, and I like obviously Dave taking the green jacket. I probably would have gone a different direction if he hadn't taken that in terms of taking a tournament. But I do love the Ryder Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
I'm glad the Masters got represented by the Green Jacket before the Ryder Cup because that would have been my only complaint is that I don't know you can take Ryder Cup before Masters, but it's in there with the Green Jacket.
Yeah.
Ryder Cup is also amazing because we all play match play typically when we go out. Like we're not grinding over stroke play,
Right.
and that's like the one time every 2 years outside of one tournament. Where they play match play, and it's the biggest. It's like, guys, whenever we ask them on the show, what's the most nervous you've ever been over a golf shot? Any one of them that's played in the Ryder Cup says the first tee on the Ryder Cup. So they're playing match play, which is how we play, playing for your country. The crowds are fucking rowdy. Like every year, it's
awesome.
Every year that it's in the U.S., the Europeans complain about the fans saying ridiculous shit to them. So it's awesome. Ryder Cup's a great one.
good pick, Chief.
Hey, thanks.
Carl, you're up.
I'm gonna take. I think golf, it does something with your friends. It gets you to do something that's very hard to do as you get older, and that's like vacation together. I'm taking golf trips. So, like going on a golf trips with your buddies, I've been on 3 of them. I'm 34. I've been on like structured golf trips where you're going to a place for like 4 days during the middle of the winter, and you get out, you get away, and it is absolutely the most anticipated like recreational vacation experience I've gone to some great places. No disrespect to my family over the years, my wife, I love you very much, but there's something about having the golf trip on the books where you're like, you just stare at the calendar for like 4 fucking months and you're like, let's fucking go. Last time I was out there, I'll just tell you, I was in Hilton Head. This quick little great story. We had a guy in the group. There were 8 of us, and he was a strip club guy. There's one of them on every trip, and he's just all he wants to do is go to the strip club. And there's a strip club on Hilton Head, and it is the shittiest, fucking nastiest strip club. And so I think we went there the first night, and then on like night 3, we're flying out in the morning, the 4th day, and we're supposed to get on the plane early, and we're gonna play around and then go to the airport. So we get up in the morning. Where's fucking? I'll call him Bob. Where's Bob? I don't know. Has anybody seen Bob? Has anybody seen the minivan? Hey, all our fucking luggage and clubs are in that thing. Bob took the minivan to the Hilton Head strip club at 3 o'clock in the morning. Bob got a fucking DUI an hour away from the strip club. Couldn't get back to the apartment.
Bob.
Tough one, Bob.
Beaufort County, South Carolina.
that's a
Not good for
Had to
Bob.
move the air. We all had to move our. I shouldn't say we all, but me and my buddy moved our flights back. Like 6 hours, so we could go get them. And
It's tough.
you want to talk about a way to
That's a
close out a
tough one.
golf trip? So
A trip's got
That's
Riggs,
a low
you're-
point.
Why did I say that? I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Bob.
I've taken golf trips, and here's the worst story ever.
Yeah.
This is why why a golf trip would suck if your buddy
Yeah,
got
but
arrested.
you know
Yeah,
what?
that
That's
was
like
a
how
bizarre choice for
Yeah.
sure.
that's how fucking crazy. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I just feel like golf trips bring out this side of you as you get older where you're just like you go
No,
back
for
to
sure.
your insane selves.
My whole life is built on golf trips, as I think is very public. So, like, I mean, I literally have built my entire life around just going on as many golf trips as possible. So, yeah, I endorse that choice.
The boondoggle.
Well, that's so funny that the boondoggle has turned into like a huge source of revenue for the company.
Yeah.
like Riggs, it's like, yeah, I'm just gonna be the golf guy, and then now it's like, oh yeah, Riggs is
It's
the
a
golf
monster.
guy. Now it's
wait a
like
second,
everybody
no,
wants to be Riggs.
Has it transcended your passion though, or it's become fun and now it's actually work?
No, I mean, there are rounds. Like, I tell people sometimes it's very rare for me to play a round of golf like most other people play a round of golf. Like, the average person, when they're out on the golf course, that is a 4-hour like escape. Whereas
Yeah.
when I'm on a golf course, it's typically I'm working to some degree. I'm either trying to showcase the course or I got to film a video or whatever. But I don't care. It's not a negative. It's a positive. That's somehow my job. There was a point where Dave, if he sniffed out that we were on a golf course, me especially, he would try to contact me immediately and blow me up publicly and call me a boondoggle boy. And now it's like, in order to fulfill the sponsor's obligations, I just have to be on a golf course every day.
Sorry, man. Like, yeah.
We
you
need
bastard.
that.
I fucking
Well, it's
envy
like,
you.
hey Dave, I can't talk right now. I'm working, and you're
Yeah.
on like the 7th hole.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's correct.
Right.
That is
Yeah.
100%.
You need
How do you do that?
you need Jake Bass or someone to come up with a sizzle or Jonesy, like where he all the times Dave called you a boondoggle, and then release like the Barstool Classic schedule, like just just like
Yeah.
like a full circle thing,
Yeah.
that'd be great.
Yeah, I mean, I would say like many people, my biggest goal in life is to stay off Dave's radar as much as possible. So
Yes.
I'm going to
Yes.
tell Jake not to do that, but between us, we can text that to each other. It's a good call.
Oh man. All right, Riggs, you're up again. But before you could can you tell us about the Barstool Golf Time app? Is
Oh,
that,
wow.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
actually have it as an ad read for the show. So
Barstool Golf Time app is it's launching. It's launching this week. Whenever this comes out, I believe
This comes
it's
out Monday.
It's Yeah, so the app is now live. People can go in there, book their tee times. You can see reviews, videos that we've made reviewing it, or little blurbs that we've put in. User reviews. You can go in and post your own, similar to like the One Bite app, and ultimately curate whether you're in a different city, your own city, what you like, don't like, what other people liked about certain courses, and book your tee times that way. And you've obviously got, the Barstool Golf kind of spin on it, doing it our way and putting on the things that we look for when we try to book a tee time. So the Barstool Golf Time app, baby, go download it, go use it.
there you go, yeah, partnership with Supreme Golf, right?
Yeah, our
Yeah.
boys at Spring Golf, who we've been plugging for a couple of years, they got the phenomenal kind of technology on the back end. They got thousands and thousands of courses that they've figured out the best tee times with. And so partnered with them, whipped up our own Barstool Golf tee time app, and people need to go check it out.
Awesome.
Perfect. Well, I'm glad. Listen, that was the best way for me to learn it. I'm glad we had you
Yeah,
on.
that sounds awesome.
If
Yeah.
I'm going to be
Perfect
reading it all
timing.
week. But yeah, you're
Oh,
up,
yeah.
Riggs.
Okay. I'm going to say I'm torn between two right now, but I'm going to go golf outfits. I think an enormous part of golf is what you're wearing. The style, I think you get more excited about that, arguably, than the way that you play. When you got new shoes on, when you match your belt to your hat, when you might be a Ricky style kind of guy, you might be a Tiger style kind of guy, you might like Peter Millar and G4 and what the foreplay crew's rocking. No matter who you are, when you play golf, an enormous part of the experience is your outfit. So golf outfits is on the board for me.
Fashion guy Riggs.
It's such a thing, though.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's such a like when Ricky started
Yeah.
whatever.
Well, and even tying back to his, positive vibes only Tiger Woods, like that red shirt, like he owns the color red.
Yeah,
Like, he
yeah.
should be able to trademark red, and it's because like the golf fashion is like such a thing.
I think I'd be a Ricky guy, just as ostentatious and
I
boisterous
feel
as
like
possible.
you would be a John Daly guy.
I don't know if you'd like Ricky, Dave. And
He's
I know
too,
for a
like-
fact
he's
he
too,
wouldn't
like, put
fucking
together.
like you. And I don't mean I don't mean that.
No. I'm like curious now.
Do you
He's-
think
he might
I
not?
think and now I'll let Riggs speak for himself because he knows way more about this stuff. But I don't think Ricky's that guy.
Well, fuck him then.
Would he like White Sox, Dave?
I'll say this. I think you are a no-brainer for a full Ricky outfit kind of guy. Like, you would have
Yeah.
a
The
green
bright
Puma
orange,
shirt,
yeah.
a green flat brim, and be like full Ricky head to toe, which there's always that guy out there on the course. And I think that's you, but I don't know that he would like you. That I'm not positive.
Well, fuck him. He's out. He's on my shit list.
All right, Riggs, good pick. Dave, you're up.
All right, another outside the box one. I hope it hits as good as my first one did.
How was your first one outside the box?
Because
It's like the most in the box pick
we've
of all
already
time.
said his name a bunch of times. Like you could have picked Tiger Woods or lefty. I don't know, like a particular lefty golfer.
Yeah.
And I went something, that.
Okay. All right.
But this one, I'm going fresh cut grass and birds chirping.
You can't. That's 2 picks.
No, it's not. It's a line from a movie for one, and 2.
Those are 2 different things.
Like the sounds and just being like, it's so peaceful. The only like unnatural noise you'll hear is the motor from the golf cart. Like if you're golfing in the morning, it's just so serene and you just.
I don't
feel
know what you're taking though. I still don't understand.
Is this allowed?
I mean, you're basically just taking.
I'm allowing it. Fuck yeah.
He's
Fresh
taking
cut grass and birds chirping is a line from Happy Gilmore.
I
and I'm just
understand.
talking, and I'm using that as like the vehicle to drive, like just being like out in nature.
Tops
And
off on this
you
drive,
feel
man.
great.
I mean, whatever.
All out.
It's the.
It feels like that's 2 picks to me.
You're not
can
listening,
have-
you fucking idiot.
You
It's
can
a
have
quote
birds
from a movie.
I understand. It's a quote from a movie, but you're taking birds chirping and fresh cut grass.
Let it go.
Riggs, what's your take on this?
Well, I'm realizing that I'm a problem in this because I love everything golf related so much that I'm just gonna like every pick. If you boil it down to like the sounds of nature on golf courses, then yeah, that's a huge part of it. Like how many things do we really do in life where we're
Nothing.
outside?
Golf sounds is a great pick.
Oh yeah,
but I know, but I wanted to say fresh cut grass and birds chirping like Chubbs Peterson.
All right, Dave, you get it. Fresh cut grass and birds chirping. It's funny this comes up now because this is my next pick.
Yeah,
And I'm
I bet
shocked
it
you
is.
didn't take it
I thought
because
it
you
would
just
come back.
tweeted like the other day
Yeah.
about best sounding sports. Mm-hmm. It's got to be the fucking sound of a drive.
Oh, that
Sound of a drive
Yeah,
is fucking beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
Beautiful.
it really is.
Like the pros, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not ours.
yeah,
Yeah, not my
Yeah.
fucking. Yeah, like not my buddy's R11. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's why we play the game, fellas. Like when you hit that one beautifully and it's just sails and it comes off the way it's supposed to come off and you just watch it like you're in a movie and you're like, oh fuck yeah, I did the thing
Yep.
that we're trying to do. It's as good as it gets.
yeah. That's a good pick. It's a great
Okay, so
pick.
I follow a lot of these Instagram. Most of my Instagram accounts that I follow are guys are like whatever, like golf instructional videos or something. It'll be a compilation of Rory tee shots, and there is that guy. The way the ball comes off his club is way different than anybody else's. I think Rory McIlroy, his drivers are like the fucking most explosive sounds.
It's beautiful.
Big endorsement from
Yeah.
Carl here.
I think if you took an alien that landed on Earth and had no idea about anything related to golf, put him on a driving range and just asked him which one of these swings are you gravitating towards, who do you think's doing this like the right way, that alien would walk right up to Rory McIlroy and be like, that whatever that guy's doing is the right thing, because I agree with you, it's just gorgeous the way he does it. And he's one of those that's the most unachievable golf swing, I feel like, on tour. Like there's some of these guys that the way they hit it, like Brendan Todd, who it's like, I can get kind of close to that. The way Rory does it, you're like, nope, my body can't do that. Never.
It really is perfect and beautiful.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff. So, yeah, the sound of a drive. It's an awesome sound. I get another pick here. You know what? This is kind of interesting because I feel we had opening day last week, and, everyone thinks about, like, day game dogs. How about the fucking hot dog at the turn?
Oh, that was going to
Yeah.
be my next
The hot
pick.
dog at the turn. That's a good dog, and everyone's getting one. So I'm going with the hot dog at the
Fucking
turn.
ask for my
Hey, when
opinion
we were
about
at
hot dogs
Cock
on a
Hill, that was an
golf course,
awesome
pal.
fucking hot dog.
It was.
Yeah.
No, I mean that's a great pick. Like it's similar to the cart girls because it's just like you need it. Like you need it at that moment. Doesn't matter if it's 10 in the morning when you hit that turn or 8 in the morning when you hit the turn. You're getting a hot dog, and it hits the spot every time.
How many dogs have you had at the turn, Riggs? Like over under?
Oh man, dude, we had one time somebody brought up the numbers of hot dogs that are eaten per year in America, and it comes out to like 70 something per person per year. And so we started thinking, we're like, dude, have you had 70 fucking hot dogs a year? And I guess because I play so much golf, I've had to have had so many hot dogs because it's just is part of the experience. So
Right.
I think I've had like hundreds and hundreds of hot dogs at the turn, and it delivers pretty much every time.
Good stuff, man. That hot dog at the turn. And like golf does not get enough love for being a hot dog sport either, I feel.
You don't
Oh, it
think so?
doesn't.
I mean,
I don't know, well,
I
like
think it's
everyone-
baseball. I would say
Yeah.
is number
Yeah.
one, and then everything else.
Day
the hot
game
dog at the
dogs.
turn is just
Great dog.
Well, you
It
get to
is.
eat the dog while you're playing. That's the nice wrinkle.
Yeah.
Baseball, you're not eating the dog and playing. You're watching. You know.
I like to set it down on like the 9th tee box too, or the 10th
Yeah,
tee
yeah,
box.
yeah,
You
yeah.
set it down, you take your swing, pick it back up, have another bite. Like that's
Throw out the
that's
wrapper,
living.
the tin
That's
wrapper.
living.
You gotta be careful where you do that.
Because the pesticides.
Well, that's extremely dangerous. You got to watch out for that. And I would say in some places, a squirrel will get it. Or if you're near the ocean, a seagull will just swoop down and that thing's fucking
That
gone.
would be devastating. That would be devastating.
You might as well just pack it up and.
I would probably go home.
Yeah.
It really would be.
It's tough.
All right, White Sox Dave, you're up again.
All right, so I'm going with the 19th hole for this one. For someone who sucks at golf and only golfs a handful of times a year like myself, like come 14th, 15th hole, you're kind of drunk. You're ready to get off the course. You stop keeping score because you just lost so many balls and everything. You just want to get into that nice air conditioning and out of that 85, 90-degree heat and all that humidity. You're soaked. You just want that fucking ice-cold bar beer at the 19th hole.
Good pick.
Yeah,
19th hole's
19th hole's great.
Yeah, I mean that's
good. Yeah, it's, you know,
love getting.
It's got to be on there.
Yeah.
19th hole has to be on there.
1,000%.
Now there is a time when you get done playing golf with somebody and maybe you didn't play well or you don't like the guy or whatever, and it's like, hey, we should have a beer. Let's sit down and have a beer and go through the scorecard. That's tough. That's usually tough when you want to get in the car and go and you've been so bad, but.
And underrated, we did an AC draft before, and when it's hot as
Yeah.
fuck, and you get into that AC,
It's awesome.
That's a top-notch AC.
That's a top-notch AC.
Did that get drafted?
I don't know if
I don't think it did.
No,
Now
no.
looking
and
back on
I
that-
think I got criticized for not drafting it, and then my explanation was like, I don't seek it. Like I was drafting AC, I demand because I like being on the golf course. I'm like not on the 16th hole. Like, damn,
Yeah.
I want to go inside. I'm like, man, do we want to run back another 18 when we get done?
Yeah, I got you. Good pick, Dave.
Yeah, I would
19th
say
hole.
19th hole is so up there that even when you just ask people in general, rank like the top 5 beers or do a draft of top 5 beers that you can have, like 19th hole beer gets mentioned all the time.
Yeah.
beer.
Yep.
Good beer. Riggs, you're up again.
I'm gonna say good bounce. I think when you hit a shitty shot and you know you hit a shitty shot, it's going into an awful place and it hits a tree or it hits the side of a hill and it ends up in a really good spot. You got a great bounce. There's few better feelings. So I'm just gonna go general in golf, good bounce.
I like that. Left turn off the cart path, back onto the fairway, something like that. Like,
Yep.
yeah, that's
I thought you were
Maybe you
talking
hit an out
about
of
your
bounds
wedge.
fence. Maybe you hit an out of bounds fence or something and it just kicks back into play and you're like, fuck yeah, it saved me a couple shots.
Yep.
Great feeling.
Yeah,
that is a good one.
for sure. Getting a good bounce is nice. It's always nice.
Well, I mean, you got to have the follow up too. Oh, that's the member. That's the equity member bounce. You know, or like, and you get the little jokes like that.
That guy must have paid his dues.
Yeah,
Everybody
hey,
laugh.
ooh. Real zinger.
awesome. Getting a good bounce. Good pick. Carl, you're up again.
I'm going to take country clubs. This is kind of a douchey pick, but I just love country clubs. I like playing golf at a country club and then playing at George Dunn National. I love George Dunn National. Just like the difference is astounding when you walk in there and they're like, hello, Mr. Stirk, and, let me cut your sandwich the right way, or like, I don't know, they're just playing at country clubs in general. And the fact that like country clubs exist is just kind of a ridiculous thing to me. Like this big old fucking mansion. I found this great Instagram account that like goes inside like all these old historic clubhouses, and it'll be like, yeah, we took Cornelius Vanderbilt's mansion and turned it into a clubhouse in New York or something. Like some of the history and all that shit. I don't know. I just like country clubs and taking country clubs.
I can't speak on it because I've never experienced one.
I caddied for a day. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, you walked off. There's no
You
way,
got so
dude.
many fucking like
Yeah.
just.
There's
Oh yeah,
no-
I did this.
Wasn't
Why
for
do you
me.
think he's obsessed with other people's jobs? Like he's done a whole podcast just talking about other people's jobs.
Was not for me.
Yeah.
Gotta get up real fucking early.
Yep.
But no, country clubs are fucking cool.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's
yeah.
why they
yeah.
host all these events and all that shit and back in 1907. Like all these places have such history, and I don't know, it's cool. I like country clubs.
Country club. I feel like country club is sort of the sign that you have succeeded. Like if you're a member
big
of
time.
a
You're in the
country club,
1%.
that's like-
You're in the 1%. Yeah.
I would
Yeah,
love
you did
to
it.
be a member of a country club, even if I never fucking used it.
You'd
Just
use
to
the
say
pool.
I had it.
You'd use the pool.
They got pools?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You ever seen Caddyshack or anything?
Of course I've seen Caddyshack.
Well, you don't remember the scene with the Snickers
yeah,
bar in the
yeah,
pool?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just something about being a member to something as well.
Yeah. I mean, you're the
you get a
ultimate guy for
number.
that. Like, you just want a place to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a member.
You
Yeah.
get a number, you get a tab. You just like run up. You can go in the pro shop. Yeah, I want these balls.
nice.
So like when
Yeah.
I got invited out to whatever, I was playing at a couple clubs this summer. And I got invited out to Medina, and the guy who had us out to Medina, I got there a little bit early, and I go into the pro shop to like check in, and they're like, "Hey, he told me to tell you if you want anything, just grab anything." And I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Shirts, balls, vests.
Grab
like
it.
if there's, it's supposed to be a little bit cold today, so if you're good, they're good."
Sick.
That's nice.
Riggs, does Chicago have good golf? Like on a
Fuck
from a
yeah, it
national.
does, yeah.
Yes, Chicago. Generally, like the bigger cities that have the richest people, right? Like New York City is like clearly got the most rich people that do finance and all that. So there's amazing golf around New York City. Chicago is a very big, successful city, and it has phenomenal golf. Like Chicago Golf Club is one of the more renowned.
That's where I'm from.
Golf clubs. I've never played it, but it's supposed to be. The
Yeah,
course
they
is
turn down like MJ rumors have it and shit like
Right.
that. Like they do not give a flying fuck how famous you are. Like they'll
Riggs, you
turn
wanna play it?
anybody down.
Do you want to play it, Riggs?
I want to play.
When
it.
I was
Can
in
we
high
play it?
school, they had
Yeah,
the
we can.
Walker
Do you wanna
Cup
play it?
there, and
You
it was
have
like
an
a
invite to it?
massive
Yeah,
deal.
let's go play it. Let's do the country club thing.
Yeah.
All right.
I could
sick.
tour you around Wheaton, Illinois.
I actually was supposed to ask, I was going to ask you afterwards, but you bring it up now. But I got a buddy who was like, "Hey, make sure Riggs knows when he's in town for the Classic."
Now we're talking. This is our life, man. This is what we're doing. I love it.
There you go.
I've
White
never
Sox
even
Dave.
been on the course.
Dave will
Like
drive
that's
you,
how
I'll take you to
fucking
L's
protected
after.
it is. Yeah, I will.
Yeah, there you go.
5 minutes away from there.
There you go. Country clubs off the board. Chief, you're up again.
I'm taking cigars. So cigars on the golf course, like that is just another thing. Like I smoke like maybe 4 cigars a year. 3 of them are probably on the golf course, and like it's just one of those things. It's like it just belongs. Like golf, it's like
You have
peanut
to,
butter
yeah.
and jelly. Like it's
I don't
cigars
even like
and golf.
cigars. I
Yeah.
kind of hate cigars,
I
but
love
you
cigars.
have to smoke a cigar on a golf course.
Miguel Angel Jimenez, I fucking love that guy. And
Yep.
he's always just chewing on one, warming
Yep.
up his hips, being a weirdo. Yeah, it's
I
a good
love
pick.
that.
Love cigars.
Yep. And I don't really
when
love
he's-
the smell, but on the golf course, I love it. Like if I was out on a deck or something like at a tailgate, like it doesn't hit the same as it does on a golf course.
What were you gonna say?
Yeah, it's
Riggs?
spot on. I'm not a cigar guy, but golf, somebody whips one up, especially on a golf trip. Like it's a big golf trip move where you got the guy who brought a handful of cigars. We got Macanudo cigars, which just jumped on with the Barstool Classic.
Dude,
Huge hit.
I heard that.
Huge
Very
hit.
jealous that they got fucking Macanudo.
Wow.
Whoa, you have a fucking cigar sponsor
Yeah.
now?
Dude, they came on. They came on the last couple weeks. It was like, hey, Macanudo Cigars is coming on for the Classic, and they gave us like an hour-long cigar 101, like how to cut it, how to smoke it, to the point where this one lady who's just the biggest cigar smoker in the world was like, yeah, like when I'm smoking it in the car on the way to work, like she's all in on cigars. And they post up at the Classic, and we have the putting contest, and we got lunch. Now we got a cigar table, and Macanudo just cranks cigars. And you're right, these people were like, dude, I haven't smoked a cigar in a year, but I'm at a golf event and I'm on a golf course, and cigars are a huge part of the experience.
Fuck yeah. Have you tried Macanudo too? They're fucking.
I've heard of it. I've never.
Love them.
Yeah.
That's
I
like
mean, you're
what
a cigar guy.
Yes, that's
yeah.
like what I buy.
Yeah.
They're really
Wow.
good. That's just, when Mulcahy told me that they're on with the Classic, I was like, that's fucking sick.
Awesome. Yeah.
So good pick. You're up
Very
again,
good pick,
Chief.
yep.
I'm taking your golf shoes off at the end of the round. So you like slip back into your other shoes. That's just one of those things where it's like you take your shoes off and but now you're going into the 19th hole. You're going to settle down. You're going to drive home. But like your feet, like that feeling like you've been walking around on these all day, put comfy shoes on, kick your feet up, like you're done. Like that feeling is great to me.
I've never owned a pair of golf shoes, so I can't count.
They're pretty cheap. You should go get some. You could get some cheap ones, I should say. Right? But
You can.
Yeah.
You can. Not
Yeah,
the
I
ones
know.
that we
I
plugged
mean,
in
you could
at
probably
cheap,
get a pair
but
for like
I'm
50,
yeah.
60, 70
I
bucks. or
bought one
whatever.
for like $50 a
Yeah,
summer.
right. I know that. I don't golf enough. Like when I do golf, it's kind of always a spur of the moment thing, and I just wear gym shoes.
Yeah.
Here's a little tip. I got a little tip. So there's some, not all courses have this, but some courses have the little air hose that you use in the bottom of your shoe to clean the the leaves and the mud and the bullshit that gets on them. When you untie your shoes, stick that puppy in your sock, and you get the air all moving after you've been crunched in there.
Ooh, that
Doesn't
is a
smell
good
great,
tip.
but it's one of the best feelings in the world.
That's a great tip.
Wow, that is a good tip.
Yeah.
I would like an asterisk with a side note at the bottom, a footnote being like actually what Riggs said. So taking your golf shoes off plus the air hose. Like that's what I want.
Okay. Carl, you're up again.
I'm taking stingers. I love a stinger. Stinger tee shots are like the coolest thing. I've probably blogged about it 3 or 4 times. I just love stinger tee shots. So that's when you hit it really low. Tiger made it super popular. You take an iron, you crank it down because it's super windy or whatever. And the way stingers come out, the way they sound and look, and now that they've got the ball track flight on it, it is the coolest fucking thing. And if you ever try to do it, and they tell you put the ball back in your stance, lean down, low, there's so much shit you have to do it. When you do it correctly, it's one of the coolest fucking feelings. And I can't even really hit a stinger.
Stingers.
Yeah, it's I would say it's up there with like a stinger transcends golf a little bit. Like if it's like one of those accounts that's just satisfying videos that you'll like will just show you a stinger and you're like, oh fuck yeah. It's like when if Steph Curry draining a 3 from way downtown, it doesn't matter what sport you like. When you see that, you're like, oh, that was awesome. Stingers, I like JT when he won the Players a couple weeks ago, hitting those rope stingers. Like I think he was hitting his driver on 16 and he hit it like 30 feet off the ground, landed 230 and rolled like 60 yards. A stinger fucks.
Yeah, I like stingers, and I know that's not popular on the graphic. People probably don't even know what that is. That's a very specific draft pick, but I want it on my fucking list because that's how much I love stingers. I want a stinger.
Stingers
all you.
Stinger.
Riggs, you're up again.
This is kind of an obvious one. New clubs, new golf clubs. When you open that box, you got something fresh in there. New driver, new set of irons, new putter, whatever it is. That puppy has no negativity on it yet. It's got no scuff marks on it yet. You haven't done anything shitty with it yet. The slate is clean. It looks so good. They present him well. You start taking shadow swings in the house. You start thinking about what could be. So I'm going to go with new
Hope
clubs.
springs eternal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly, Chief.
All right, I like that pick.
New clubs.
Yeah.
It's always
How often you get new clubs?
Oh, we got the sponsor, so like every fucking hole.
Way more often than I used to. Let's say that. I think like the typical golfer maybe every like 5 to 8 years you would get new clubs. So when you do, it's like life changing.
So my dad's a lefty and I'm a righty, and I think that's part of the reason I never golfed because I couldn't, when I was really young, just pick up his clubs and golf. I am in the market because of that for hand-me-downs. Do you have any hand-me-downs you can give me?
I do. I feel like no offense, they'd be too long for you.
True. Fair point. Fair point. It's true. Didn't think that through all the way.
Do you regret asking?
No. I mean, I love free shit.
Well, all right. We'll go
I'm not being mean. I'm not being
No,
mean. I'm
I know
trying to
you're
think
not.
logically. I don't. Yeah.
Dave, we'll go to a garage sale this summer. We'll find you some new clubs.
That's all. I actually do have a nice set.
The hand-me-down
my-
clubs was like a big thing.
Make a
Like my
video.
grandpa would get new clubs all the time, and then it would just get like passed to my dad, like his old ones, and then I would get the third gen. So like when I was 14, I had like very nice clubs, but they had been used by 2 other guys because they just keep going down the line. But that was great. Like that was a great way to have clubs.
Yeah. All right. New clubs off the board. White Sox, Dave, you're up.
I'm going to go with first career birdie, like legitimate birdie. I've had one in my entire life. It was on a par 3 in Arizona. For some reason, I can, like with a 9-iron, I can hit it straight and put it decently where I want it, and I put it within like 2 or 3 feet of the cup. And nice, easy.
Tapped
Nice,
it
easy,
in.
Tapped it in. Tap,
Why
tap, tap.
are you laughing hysterically?
It's like
It's a great feeling.
It is a great feeling.
No, 100%. The feeling of getting a birdie and making a birdie is great, but you would say like your first eagle or like your first hole in one.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody's like.
Do you have a hole in one, Riggs?
Not really. I have one on like the short course, the Cradle at Pinehurst. So in theory, it doesn't count. It's like 78 yards. I hit a wedge off a mat, but I did play a golf hole in one shot. So
There you go. Yeah.
Kind of, yes. Yeah, I feel like like a hole in one is something that even the best fucking golfers, like not pro golfers, I'm saying, like just normal dudes golfing, is something that like they might not ever experience it, but someone like me could just get lucky.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a luck thing more than anything.
But it's also like getting that birdie. Like I'm usually good for one around. Like I'm not a good golfer, but that one is what makes you think you should go back out again.
Yes,
It's
exactly.
Like, you know,
Yeah,
like you
yeah,
don't
yeah.
even. By the time you get home, you're like, that was fun. I got a little buzz on.
I got a birdie.
And I got a birdie. Like
Yeah.
if I ever tried, I could be pretty good at this, but I'm not going to try. But if I did, I got that birdie.
Yep.
So I must have some talent.
Well, too, like, a birdie's different, stands out because if somebody's got 10 feet for par or 10 feet for bogey, they're like, they step up, whack it. When one of the boys has a 10-footer for birdie, they fucking stalk that thing. Like
Yeah, oh,
Tiger
yeah.
Woods
Oh, yeah.
Trying to win the Masters.
It's fucking,
So-
yeah, you're like lining it up at the club even though you don't actually know what you're doing. I'm not talking you, I'm talking like assholes like me. And yeah, it's like, it's a great fucking feeling. Like I was proud of myself. I was like, yeah, I had a birdie today.
There you go. I like that. All right, it's back to me. This is going to be another chalk pick, scratch pick, as Dave would say. But to me, it's so iconic, and it really is like when you think of golf and you're getting ready for the Masters, you got to have the music. So the Masters music, it's called Augusta, I believe. The great song.
For copyright purposes, I'm assuming we can't play it right now, can we?
We were told we can.
Well,
I feel like
let's-
the Masters
Riggs,
is like the
Riggs,
most
give us your
intellectual.
rendition.
Play it.
Give it.
Fucking
No,
play
you
it.
sing
I
it.
don't-
You hum it or something.
Oh.
Hold on, let me look.
No,
for it.
I'm
It's
not,
not
dude,
even,
I'm
dude. It's
like
like a
tone
jingle.
deaf.
It's like a.
Yeah, I don't know how.
It's like a
Da-da-da.
wind chime.
Yeah.
It starts. I feel
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
We can play it in the audio version.
Okay.
Oh, it's just beautiful.
It is Masters music. Hello, friends.
That's so good. I might start crying.
Yeah, so it had to be in here somewhere,
Yeah.
I thought, too. And it just really, it sets the mood. It's an ultimate mood
Yeah.
setter.
I knew you were gonna put. I knew you wanted to get a little Masters on the graphic. I didn't think you were gonna go song, Ed.
What do you think, though?
I like it a lot.
It's great.
I like it a lot.
And it is like, I feel like I only watch CBS. Well, I guess football in the fall too, but like their theme music, like to go from the March Madness theme directly to that is just like CBS is killing it. Like CBS has like this 6-week stretch where they're kings of the
Yep,
world, and it's a
smoking it.
lot because of that music.
Yeah.
Yeah, I support that. I support everything about that.
Thank you, Riggs.
Bless you.
Okay, my last pick. I'm between two things, but I'm going to go with this. It's already been said on this show. Nobody, and this is, you could not know really much at all about golf. You could know everything. For some reason, everyone is just obsessed with calling Phil Mickelson lefty. So
Calling.
So
Phil
you
lefty.
want so
calling Phil lefty. That's
He's
my
he's
pick.
like the only. Well, I guess baseball pitchers, but he's like the only sport on earth who people fucking
And
call
they're-
him by what handedness he is.
There are
So, yeah.
obviously other left-handed golfers. There's only one lefty.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how that's a thing, but that is the truth.
He's monopolized being left-handed.
Nah, there's not. I mean, like I'm trying to think. Rob McIntyre, Brian Harmon, who
Mike
else?
Weir.
Yeah,
Bubba Watson.
Bob, obviously.
Bubba,
fuck
yeah,
him.
he's a dink.
Wait, why didn't you like Bubba?
I don't like Bubba.
He's a dink.
What?
I don't like
He's just a dink.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Well, Phil also made it a little bit more mainstream. Like it used to be, like you couldn't even. And lefties still to this day, like if you go into a golf shop, golf store, pro shop, like sometimes you can't even find lefty clubs. Like if you're trying to mess around with the putters, like they don't even have lefties. So I think Phil made it more mainstream and allowed people to come a little bit out of like the closet and be like, oh, I'm accepted in the golf society as a left-handed player. So yeah, he kind of coined being lefty. But there are like, do you think the Bubbas and the Brian Harmons of the world are like, well, that's fucked up. Like, why are you calling him lefty? I'm standing on the other side of the ball.
Yeah, they probably
But
do.
he is lefty. It's undisputable.
And people
Didn't he
love
win a
saying
tournament
it.
when he was an amateur? Didn't he win like
Yeah.
a PGA event when he was like, at Arizona
I wanna
State?
say it was like the 92 tourney, and I think it was in Arizona, and he was at ASU and won it. He's the last amateur to win a PGA Tour tournament, and it's very funny when you watch the highlights because he is just a super young version of Phil. He's still doing the goofy like thumbs up and shit, but he just looks like he's 15.
And I think his brand, I think he's really done a good job
On
last
social
couple of
media.
years
Oh,
of
yeah.
getting big. Because just I don't know, he was always in Tiger's shadow, obviously, but I think he's done such a good job of
Well,
kind of
he
being
had-
the second guy.
And he had the iconic moment where he jumped to the sky and like barely got over a credit card. Like it was just like that moment. Yeah. I also want to point out something that Riggs did such a golf thing. He called it not an amateur. He's an amateur.
Amateur.
Amateur. And like any other time in your life where you're saying the word amateur, you say amateur. You say with golf, he's an amateur. So Riggs,
Yeah,
flawless. Yeah, you're an amateur.
Amateur, if you really want to church it up.
Right, yeah.
Amateur.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, people just love saying it. Oh, I took lefty. I got lefty plus
Yep.
1,500. Whatever. White Sox, Dave, you're up again.
I'm going with roasting your buddies for not hitting it past the women's tee. I don't know how you're going to fucking put that on the graphic. It's a lot of words, but it's just fun because everybody's done it. And if everybody's huddled around you at the tee box and you're like, oh, fuck, dude. If I don't hit this past the women's tee, I'm done. I might as well just crawl into a hole and die. Even though everyone's guilty of it.
Yeah.
All I want to do is play golf with White Sox Dave right now.
I'm not horrific.
I don't think you would
I've
be
seen you
bad.
take
It's
a
just
couple good
like
swings.
I love that that you think about like roasting because it is one of the great things. Bill Murray and his brothers, you have to play the rest of the hole with your dick out.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Dio. That's what we called it. Play Dio.
That's the first time I've heard that story. But I mean, it originated with me with Bill Murray, but I'm sure other people have a bunch of shit they do with their buddies.
I was like 8, and I was playing my grandfather's place down in Florida, and I didn't hit it past women's tees, and he made me play the rest of the hole with my pants around my ankles.
Yeah.
I was 8. So like,
your grandfather?
That was my grandpa, yeah. Johnny Mack.
I mean,
So,
rules are rules.
rules are rules. So
It's a good pick,
Yeah, I think
Dave.
that's a really good one.
Yeah.
I think that's a really good one.
That is
Because
a good
nobody's
one.
ever played a round of golf and not heard that at some point throughout
Yep.
the round. Never.
Yep. Good pick. It was on my board. Good pick. Not hitting past the ladies' tee. Riggs, you're up again.
This is my last pick.
Yep.
correct.
Yep, this is it.
Wow. I'm going to go swing tips. I think swing tips is an enormous part of the game. Anytime somebody gets a new swing tip, they're telling their buddies about it. They're texting their friends about it. Anytime that they, you open up a Golf Digest, you flip to like, oh, is that Tiger fucking Woods telling me is it on page 32? He's giving a little swing tip. Is that right? And you just become obsessed with it. There's a reason we get all these videos of like fucking Joe, the insurance guy's getting gas on his way home from work, and he's doing shadow swings out there by the gas pump. It's like he just read a swing tip, and he's grinding on trying to ingrain that new tip. So I'm gonna go swing tips are just a huge part of the game.
No, that's great.
I mean, one of my all-time favorite picks, and the explanation behind it because it's so utterly fucking true. If you're trying to get better, if you're out there and you get mad, you see the sand, I'm not hitting in the sand, I'm not hitting in the sand, you hit in the sand, you get mad. That's the type of shit you carry around with yourself and want to get better. And every time you come across a tip, it's like, is this the one? Is this the fucking thing that's holding me back? Nope.
Swing tips off the board. Carl, you're up.
I'm stoked this is back to me. I probably should have taken this to the 4th round. I'm taking going to the range or the driving ranges or however that gets driving ranges. The fact that these like you can just go to the range and hit 100 balls and not have to go fucking chase them and pick them up.
Yep.
I love when the guy's out with the fucking cart and you're drilling balls at the guy who's picking the
I'm
cart
pissed
up
I
with your
didn't pick
7
that
iron.
now. I didn't even think of
That
it.
was going to be my last pick, is aiming for the guy.
Aiming for the guy.
Yeah.
The card guy.
Yeah, aiming for
Just
the cart
with
guy.
a
It's
200 mile an hour fucking, and if you hit him, you just feel like you're so powerful. God damn it.
Fucking the big machine that dumps out the balls
Mm-hmm.
and you're chasing the balls and like I don't know. And there's something about so it's not the swing tips are this is where you're taking the swing tips and you're fucking laboring on your hands, the calluses if you care, or maybe you're on a nice date.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think that's a nice date spot.
Oh,
a little
yeah.
driving range.
For sure.
I don't know. There's like something about hope and promise about being at the range where you're like, okay, I am gonna figure out the 4 iron today.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, look, one of the best, maybe the best golf, like Tin Cup. The whole fucking movie is based off a driving range, and driving range pro, and that whole environment and that world. So yeah, golf doesn't exist without the range and everything that like comes with the range. It's a no-brainer.
How do you feel about Top Golf?
I love it.
Okay.
I love it.
All right.
I will say I got roasted. I got roasted one time. No, they're not, but we should work on that.
Yeah.
I got roasted because I brought my glove to Top Golf one time.
Whoa.
I feel like that's like a blue collar golf place. I've actually never been to one. My dad
They're
lives
fun.
2 minutes from
Dude,
one.
I had a workout in one time at Top Golf. I brought my fucking clubs and I was betting my butt. He was like, "Are you serious, dude?"
Yeah,
That's pathetic.
It's a little tough. It's like, yeah, you're not supposed to like take it seriously. So if you have any degree of seriousness to you, you're kind of like the lame-o fucking guy that's at Top Golf. But I slip, like I just have sweaty hands and I'll just throw the club into the range. So I can't play without a glove. So
Can't
I brought
risk
my
that.
glove and everybody made fun of me. No.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I like Top Golf. Top Golf's a good date spot too. All right, I can't believe this is the Mr. Irrelevant pick. Because it's to me now, right?
Yeah, Chief, you're on the clock, Mr. Irrelevant.
This is
And-
all hypothetical, right?
Yeah, I
we
don't think we could say this, Chief. Yeah, I'll redo it and you could pick another one. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Mr. Irrelevant, Chief, who you got?
Damn it. I don't know. I'll just go with the Claret Jug. Like that's another great golf trophy. It's not quite the green jacket, but it's like.
Do you want a minute?
No, I'll take.
I just feel like we're coming out of something that was pretty heavy. If you want to rethink it.
No, look I took something that we cannot legally take. We should just leave that part in. So I had to pivot, even though it was a great pick and it is part of golf. We're pivoting to the Claret Jug. Everybody probably knows what it is, but Claret Jug is the pick.
Ed, do you know what the Claret Jug is?
Of course he
I just
does.
looked it up. It looks like
Yeah,
it looks like it goes to the Open Championship winner.
You don't know what the Claret Jug? Are you even
Now
a
I
sports
do.
fan? Like,
Now
are
I
you
do.
even a sports fan?
I would have had to look it up too,
Sorry,
but
Riggs.
I didn't know the name of it.
Don't say this to this man. The summers
saying
are
it to
about
you.
fucking Thunderstruck
I'm
and
saying
about
it
fucking
to
White
you.
Sox dingers.
That you had
right.
to look it up.
I told you.
Ed.
Yeah, I'm
But
not.
you like sports.
Yeah, but what do you want me to say?
This isn't about whether or not Ed knows what the Claret Jug is. This is about you picking the Claret
Yeah,
Jug.
I'm not-
Claret Jug
Let's
is
not take the focus
Claret
off of
Jug
you.
is a iconic trophy.
And I agree with you.
And I didn't say it was bad for the record.
I'm just shocked that you didn't know who it was. Like
No.
you said, do you know what it is? And I'm like,
No.
well, everybody knows what it is.
Who? All right. Was it like Ricky or who was doing Jaeger bombs out of the Claret Jug? I feel like that was like a young guy won it, and it was like a story because he was like going crazy with it. He was like taking it out around town. Maybe it was Rory. Who fucking knows? I like the pick. I think
Might
it's
have been
our
Rory.
first pick across waters too. We got to honor the fact that it originated over there.
Yep.
So
This stinks.
It's hard for me to shit on the Claret Jug. Claret Jug is.
You haven't shit
if
on
you're
one
into
single
golf,
pick.
It's like as old and iconic as it gets. So it was a little bit of like a panic. It was like the waiter came and you hadn't looked at the menu yet.
That's
so you
exactly
kinda,
what happened.
Yeah, which is so I think you came up with something pretty good. You're not going to hate that dish that they bring to you. I don't think at all.
All right, here's the rundown one more time. We'll do some honorable mentions. We'll get out of here. Eddie, John Daly, The Sound of a Drive, Hot Dog at the Turn, Masters theme music, Calling Phil Lefty, White Sox Dave, The Green Jacket, Fresh Cut Grass and Birds Chirping, 19th Hole, First Career Birdie, Not Hitting Past Ladies Tee, Riggs, Tiger Woods doing
No, I
good
want
things.
roasting your buddies for not hitting
Won't
it past
fit on the
limits.
graphic, Dave. Everyone knows if you don't hit it, you're going to get roasted. It's implied. Tiger Woods doing good things, golf outfits, getting a good bounce, new clubs, swing tips. Carl, cart girl, golf trips, country clubs, stinger tee shots, driving range. Chief, the boys, the Ryder Cup, cigars, taking golf shoes off, the Claret Jug. The Claret Jug. Well, I'm not like, that's fine. I'm
that's what I'm saying. Like I'm still willing to be like, if you want to go back and take a second.
No, I want the Claret Jug.
All right.
Eddie not knowing what it is does not negate it as a good pick.
I never said
Even
it
though
did.
I wish I had my other pick.
I never said it did.
Honorable mention, I really wanted to take a Golf Architects. I just love the fact that there's like a whole study of architecture for golf courses.
Good one. Dude, there's so many that are left off the list, but yeah, there's a whole world called Woke Golf Twitter that they just live for architects and what architects did and the artistry behind it. So you could get deep in the sauce on golf.
Oh,
course
it's
architecture.
the bunkering, and this is it's natural into the lands, and he
The
wanted
angles. Have you guys? Do you understand the angles that the architect meant for you to take? That's another one. This is you got to play the hole the way the architect meant for you to play it. It's like, oh, hitting it fucking 1,000 yards right isn't the way that he meant for me to play it.
I also wanted to take the word undulations. I feel like the only place you see undulations is around golf, and that's just it's a nice symbiotic relationship there. You okay, Chief?
No, now I want to like take azaleas. Can I get azaleas?
What is
on the
wrong with
graphic?
you? That is on you. We just had.
Dude, I said two
No, I mean,
separate
look
times
at-
if we
no,
want to
no,
hit
no,
pause,
Claret Jug is
bro.
fine. Let's do honorable mentions.
I mean,
azaleas.
but here's the problem. He's gonna blame everyone else, Riggs. He's
I
gonna
will not
fucking
blame anyone else.
Red Eddie's gonna blame Kenjack. When the fact is, we just had a 3-hour fucking meeting about this shit. You can't say it.
You're right. I fucked up. I understand that I
can't say
fucked
it.
up. I'm not blaming anybody on that.
Oh, you are.
Who did I
Well,
blame?
you took it out on me about the fucking jug.
No, that's
want the
independent
azaleas?
of those two things. No, I
I
don't,
don't
want
think
the
it
azaleas.
is.
No, it's completely independent. You
No
should
one
know
took
what the
Jim Nance. I thought Jim Nance would be taken.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, but Nance is like he's got his hands in a lot of different buckets.
Yeah.
You know, you could kind of. It's tough to take him for golf.
You know,
I think he's pretty synonymous with golf.
he's so
I mean,
fucking
he does. He
tall.
calls the Super
I
Bowl
know.
and March Madness.
I understand, but like I think of him. I think of like him announcing the Masters. His voice, like it's a perfect golf voice.
Oh, it is.
It's a perfect golf voice.
Yeah.
Scott Van Pelt.
Anybody else? Anything else, Riggs?
My big honorable mention was just finding golf balls.
Yeah.
I was like, when you go into the weeds or something looking for yours, and you come out with like 5 really good golf balls, it is the best feeling. You don't care that you're going to make double. You don't care that you lost your ball. Feels like you won the lottery. So just kind of generally finding golf balls.
I mean, that is literally found money. If you find 5 golf balls, that's $20. Like you're good.
That's right.
Yeah.
I was gonna say this, but I was too afraid to get roasted. But I steal golf balls from the range for my round.
I thought Dave was gonna take Paige.
No, I was not gonna take Paige.
Paige should have been taken. That was probably a miss.
Yeah.
Because she's on the graphic, Dave. I mean, that's
good. We should have had her on the draft instead of Riggs. No offense to Riggs.
That's wrong.
can't say that.
No, but
You
I
can take
steal
shots,
range
it's okay.
balls so I could use them for one of my normal balls. I lose them in the drink or in the woods or whatever. I just use the range balls after that.
All those little terms too, like saying the drink. Like you can't just say the pond or the lake. Like,
No, you got to say the drink.
Like, oh, that's wet. You know,
Yeah.
that's in the drink.
Yeah.
You're on the beach.
All right, then. Riggs, thank you, man. I hope you have a nice time watching the Masters, covering it, whatever you guys are doing.
Masters Week, fellas. Thank you for having me. Like I said, big fan. Anytime you want me on, I would love to do another draft. And it was fun. It was very fun. Let's go. I mean, we just get to root for good golf. It's Masters Week.
Yeah.
Tiger's not playing. We're just rooting for good golf.
That's another very like rooting for good golf. Like you're just rooting for everybody.
That's right.
For sure. Yeah, well, we'll see you in June, too, Riggs.
Okay. Thanks, boys.
All right.
Thanks,
That's it
bud.
for today, everybody. Thank you for listening. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll see you then.